Hey everybody, we are here in Sedona live, doing a little bit of Ascension talk right from here today. We're going to ask a few questions. Sorry, I don't know if you can hold that tighter, but can you ask questions during that? Hey Kathy, so we tried to do this earlier from Chapel Rock, and the wind got us and took down our video, so here we are again. We're going to go over some of the same questions that people may have about Ascension. I've got Anna Veronica with me, and she's going to be doing some of the questions. And since we're in a place of, high vibrational vortexes, we are going to discuss this Ascension process. And we're going to start off, you guys, we're going to start off with grounding and bringing in the vortex energy for all the listeners who are here so you can connect to this energy with us. So if you will, just take 3 deep breaths. I want you guys to imagine you're with us and you are pulling in this beautiful vortex energy from the universe. You're pulling it from where we are right now in the universe. Pull this energy down through your crown chakras into your third eye chakra, into your throat chakra, into your heart chakra, your solar plexus, your sacral, your root chakra, down your arms, your legs, grounding like into the earth, like the roots of a tree. Imagine the roots of a tree going down deep into the center of the earth. You're connecting to this grid, this Christ grid of consciousness, in the center of the earth. It's coming up through your feet, coming back up through your feet, surrounding you in this beautiful energy, pulling in the love from the universe. You're surrounded by this beautiful love energy. Okay, and now we're going to begin with some questions about Ascension. And Anna Veronica here is with me, and she's going to say a few words, and then we're going to start with the questions on Ascension that people may have.
Hello everybody, Anna Veronica here. Pleasure to be with Xandra like always. We apologize for what happened before, but the snow and the winter was too hard and we had some issues, so we decided to stop and start over again now. We will want to start over with the questions so everybody can listen and get all the information we have for you through what Xandra is receiving. And the first question we asked was, starting from the point that we are spiritual beings, can you please explain us the basic details about Ascension?
Okay, so we came, the biggest thing is that we came here to reincarnate on this planet to learn lessons and to experience energy at its fullest form. So every experience we learned and we gained from our lifetimes, we grew from. We expanded our energy. We expanded it out, but in this process of Ascension, we now need to raise our vibration and leave the trauma behind from those experiences in the reincarnation process and the past lives, and we have to however keep the wisdom, and that's the awareness that we keep that takes us to that higher process of Ascension. We take our awareness with us and we no longer need to reincarnate. We can now move into the higher dimensions and create our own realities and our own worlds. And that's the place we're at right now if we are choosing to ascend, and if we've reached that level where we are letting go of all of the past traumas and the negative energies and all of those things. We're going to move past that and we're going to raise our vibrations so that we can burn from the fire within and move our vibration to a different dimension.
That is exciting. So the next question is, we would like to know examples of souls who already ascended. Can you give us more?
Okay, so the souls who have already, examples of people who have already become ascended masters, in which many people are going to achieve in this lifetime. Okay, so of course Jesus, Buddha, the Aztecs, the Mayans, the Lycas, many ancient civilizations had reached the same place where we are reaching at this current time. The shift is come for us to take our awareness and move to that place that is at the higher vibration. Some people will call this resurrection, the rapture, ascension, burning from the fire within. It's really all the same thing. When we have cleared our energy bodies, we have individuated, which means we have become our whole luminous egg of energy, and without any of the trauma in our energetic bodies, so that we can move to the higher vibration and ascend to begin, that guard particle again and create the new worlds. And we'll get into this in a later video. This video is just talking about the initial ascension process that is taking place on the planet right now.
What is exactly the process that a soul has to go through to ascend?
Okay, so after many lifetimes and moving forward to take your awareness forward, the only way to do it is to clear the energy body of any of the traumas, the memories, the belief systems that keep you stuck in this 3D reality. Some call it this reincarnation cycle, others call it keep you where you're stuck to the physical world, being this world at this time, rather than ascending to a higher place, a higher vibrational place where you are your true pure essence and awareness, which is also the place of creation, where you begin to create. But you have to heal that energetic body from its leaks, its traumas. It creates blockages. These memories, belief systems stuck in the energetic body must be released and healed with awareness kept to go to that higher place. But each person must do this through an individuation process, becoming their whole luminous egg, which is their true authentic self.
A lot of things to do. So how we do the healing process or work itself?
Okay, so as we are dealing in this lifetime, the energies that are coming in are really assisting us in clearing out the energies that need to be cleared out, the past memories and belief systems that we need to let go of, the traumatic experiences and the judgment, the places where we don't forgive people, all the hurts and aches and pains and traumas to our soul. We have to regain our soul fragments, cut off energies that are draining us, and we have to regain that energetic body, which is a luminous egg. You may want to, if you've seen The Wizard of Oz, when the Good Witch comes down in that beautiful egg body, her luminous egg, she's showing us she's coming down in the wholeness. And we are to become that wholeness again, so our awareness rises, and so we are able to go and create our own worlds.
That's amazing. On another point, how does grief or death play into this process?
Death is a huge awakening for most people. If you lose someone who is close to you, a child, a parent, a lover, a spouse, whatever, you are at the rawest you will ever be. Your heart has been awakened. You'll get this stab in the heart that opens your heart wide open, which can help you begin this process of understanding. Greater awareness comes in at that time. and you're more connected to everything because your heart is wide open, and that is part of the ascension process.
That's good. There is any difference in doing the grief as soon as our loved one passed than do the grief 20 years later?
Okay, so the processing of the grief can happen at any time, but when your heart is the widest open, is, you know, close to the death, so it may come up again and be triggered at a later time, but the most effective time would be to do it when you go through this process. Instead of getting stuck in the negativity of loss, you get awakened by the energy of love, and you let your heart open, and which helps you start to process and let go of some of those old traumas. And it's a beautiful place to start in the process when you lose somebody, because you're the most raw and open you will probably ever be when you lose someone close to you.
So every time is good for you guys, as long as you do it. Why we have to reincarnate so many lives in this process?
So reincarnation is an important part of the process, because how would we know what it felt like to be on the other side of a situation? You know, to be the victim, or to be the perpetrator, or to be, you know, the queen, the king, the slave owner. I mean, I'm just going into examples of being on every side of that. To, you know, to be the one who's suffering, the one who's creating the suffering. How do we know how it feels unless we have lived it and experienced each side of it? However, in our soul, as we go through these lifetimes and experience both sides of it, there's traumas created that need to be cleared in order to become, once again, just pure awareness, to take the awareness and get rid of the trauma. And that's what the process of reincarnation is for. It's like to go and experience everything and just become more and more awareness and stay whole, but then, you know, take that awareness with you, with the greater understanding of what it's like. Once we reach that place of unconditional love again, and non-judgment, we are able to ascend. But we have to reach that place inside of us. How would we be able to do it without each experience? And that's what that's about.
Mm-hmm. Is everybody going to ascend at this time?
Everybody's going to ascend in the sense of to their own vibration. So will, you know, people be at the same vibration as not everybody's at the same vibration, okay, and they're not all going to reach that same vibration. But during this shift process, people are going to go to their dimension or place in the universe where they resonate with the other people, the other souls who have reached that certain level. A good example of this, what I see in religion, so many people that are still stuck in a belief system, whatever religion that may be, they get their belief system so indoctrinated in them that they're going to rise to that, they're going to be at that vibration with the big shift that's taking place, okay? So they'll all go together. There'll be another group over here that has got this same beliefs, you know, their belief systems are at maybe pure love and perfect awareness, and that dimension is where those souls will go. So they'll be ascending maybe for themselves, but not at the same places. Everybody's going to be ascending to where their vibration takes them. So if you want to go to a place that's pure unconditional love and pure energy, then you want to heal yourself and become that, because we ascend to that dimensional place of what we become. And we're just at that place where we separate, and that's the shift in humanity that's taking place.
Okay. There is any relation between all the disasters we are having in the nature, or what a lot of people call the end of the world, with this ascension time?
Okay, I'm going to get back to that. So, Kathy, you are asking about the levels in heaven. And I'm saying when we take our awareness, everybody's heaven is what we are vibrationally in line with. Okay, so if, say, the Mormon, I'm just using the Mormons for example. The Mormons believe that you're going to ascend to 3 different levels, and they broke it down. And because that's their belief system, and remember, what we believe we create, and this is really true when we're taking our awareness with us, and the shift that's taking place is separating people. And so they're going to, you know, that's what's going to happen. That's why there's so many people believing a certain way. That group goes off together. Another group is going to maybe, you know, that believes another way. They're going to have whatever they've created, they're going to go into that dimension. And the souls that you vibrate with and that you understand, and, you know, wherever level you have reached, that's where this ascension place takes you. There's millions and trillions of universes and different vibrational places in the universe. And with this shift, that's when these souls who take their awareness, you know, we go to at this time. And that's what this shift is about with Ascension, okay? And this is the information that's been coming to me. It may differ from some that you've heard. Listen and take what resonates with you. This is what comes to me, and this is how I see the Ascension process and what's taking place is happening for me. And many others, I assume.
So the question I asked you was about if all the disasters that we have been having throughout our planet are related with this, or what people call the end of the world.
Okay, so what's in this process that many are calling apocalypse or what have you, in this time where we are having the disasters, we are having the change, the shift is coming in, you know, hurricanes and weather change, climate change, and fires, and all of these things are happening, and they are coming in to awaken many souls and take us to that vibration. When you go through an event such as losing everything you own, you awaken to your authentic self, because the only truth you have left is what you have inside. And when you awaken to your truth of who you are as a human being, that's going to take you to your vibrational place. It's going to force you to look within and get to that place. It's going to awaken you, and when you awaken, you vibrationally will shift. And so these things are important in the awakening and in the what we're going through at this time. They are for a purpose, you know, greater than, you know, what we see at first. We see tragedy, and we're so, oh, it shouldn't be that way. However, in every tragedy, and that includes death, anything that happens to us, we get a choice in how we react. But that choice is also about our vibration and who we will resonate with in that vibration. You know, if you go through a death and you become a drunk and alcoholic and you don't heal any of your traumas, then you vibrate with a different group than a group of people that go through death and awaken in their heart, and they become more compassionate and more loving, you know. And these same experiences that are happening in the world today, apocalyptic, are who we are and how we're separating into our different groups.
Sounds a lot of information to release, you know. So, and the last question I have, sorry guys.
Okay, sorry. Hello guys. All right.
So the last question I have for you, and I guess for me is one of the more important one, is can you tell us how God fit into all of these moment, situation, or ascension time?
So all of us are a part of God, okay? However, our true awakened self and our highest and purest form of each of us that is unconditional love and pure energy is also the creation energy. It is also God. And as Jesus taught, we could all be just like him. Other ascended masters say each of us can ascend and become this enlightened particle, which is our God self, our God being that creates the universes. When we reach that part where we're just pure energy, we are that. We are that which is God. And to become that, we have to totally be pure energy, pure love, pure unconditional love, pure, free of anything like that. But we also need the awareness which we have gained that we take into that next level, which is the ascension place. Okay, and that's when we create our own worlds, when we are just pure energy. I keep going back to the same thing, but it's all about that. In what we're saying, the whole thing of ascension is we become that particle of God, which we have risen to at that point, and we create our own universes. Because there's a universe in each of us, but we just have to reach it, because we are of that energy from source. We all come from that.
Thank you very much. It was amazing to listen to all this information, and amazing to be here with you today.
All right. Thanks everybody too for watching. And I just want to say, I'm just move this a little bit. I just want to say we're going to try and do these hopefully once a week. We'll see what happens. The more information we get on the ascension process and what needs to take place. So hopefully you join us. We'll be posting this a lot from Sedona, because it's just 2 hours from where I'm at. It's beautiful here. We should have got some more snow for you, but we didn't get much of that. But everyone, I'm so happy that you showed up, and share and like if you can this message. If if it resonates with you and you'd like to share, I would love that. Everyone have a beautiful day. We'll be back online this week and do some free readings. Contact me if you would like a private session, and we can do that also. But everyone have a beautiful and blessed day. Love you guys. Thank you.